Many of us have been indulging lately. Super Bowl last week, Valentine's Day yesterday. Here to help us get our levels back to normal, we have one of our favorites, nutrition coach Ashley Sorensen. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, good morning.
We always love it when you join us from the kitchen. Last time we were talking you were encouraging us to eat some sweet treats. Your dates?
Right. Yes, the stuffed dates. And yeah, this week, I think if you're like me, I need a little bit of a break from the sugar. I didn't have too much at all. I did have some of the stuffed dates yesterday, but today we are doing a vegetable detox soup. So yes, we had Super Bowl, Valentine's Day. I think we're ready for a little bit of a cleanup. So there's a recipe up there, and it's kind of a basic recipe, vegetable soup, but we're using some different herbs. Again, my theory is that food is medicine. So we're using garlic and ginger here. Great for the immune system. Actually, garlic is great for blood pressure. And then ginger, and I'm using some frozen ginger. So how I buy my ginger, you can buy a ginger root, but I actually buy it in these little cubes because another detoxifying way is I add this to my lemon water in the morning, and I have that first thing when I wake up. So great for bloating, digestion. So I know sometimes after having foods like the past couple weeks, we can feel a little bit bloated, right? Too much sugar. So those two things will help with that. And then I would just put that in the bottom of my pan and then add some lemon juice. And lemon, as you know, is really detoxifying in itself. And aids in digestion. So all the things we're feeling after having some of those foods that typically we don't eat. So we'll just kind of let that cook there, and then we're going to add some veggies. So this is really veggies help fill you up. They're really low calorie and they're so good for you. So I went and I gave you the basic recipe of really you need 6 cups of vegetables. So 4 cups of those are a non-starchy vegetable, like the celery, onion, and then I got some broccoli here. And then I just did 2 cups of carrots, or you could do sweet potatoes or beets. And the more you can add in, if you wanted to do a cup of 6 different vegetables, go for it. The more, the more different antioxidants we're gonna get. I kind of made a mess with my carrots here. And then I'm putting in broccoli. Another thing, if you don't want to cut up all these vegetables, it really didn't take very long. But this is one of my favorite things. Just go and buy a bag of stir-fry veggies that are already in the right sizes. Just put 6 cups of that right in there. So that's a nice little hack. Could add a sweet potato. And then we're gonna add tomatoes, some other herbs too. Parsley is really good for detoxifying the body. So that added fresh right on top is great. I've got turmeric here. So turmeric, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it. It is, and I'm going to go a little more generous. It's a kind of like a cinnamon, just a more bitter type flavor, but it is so good. It is really good for inflammation. So I make a recipe also called golden milk that I'll drink at night. And then here's just a no salt seasoning blend. So really, this is really easy. I'm going to add vegetable broth, again, keeping it all veggie based here. And then just gonna add some water in here too. And I'll just let this cook on top of my stove for a while. And today's a perfect day. It's
so
it's
cold.
Too cold.
Perfect soup day.
It is too cold for
Ashley, how often should you have something like this when we're talking about, kind of detoxifying or helping getting our digestive system back on track? How often should we do something like this?
Well, I would even say to do a meatless Monday. Just do 1 day a week where you're focused on having a lot of vegetables. Even my self-care tip today would be to stay away from sugar, or one of them would be. So, once a week would be fine, or even just once a month. Maybe take 3 days once a month and really kind of clean up everything. And, my goal is for you to make it a lifestyle. So it's not that we have to undo everything, but it's that we can just have this as part of our habits. And you could add some beans to this too, so you can make it really a complete meal. But I mean, veggies for me and my family, this is a good meal for us. So
And how does it taste? I mean, you said you do have kids, so the girls, do they approve of this too? Because I worry a little bit as you're putting, more and more vegetables and
Turmeric.
garlic. Yes.
Right.
I'm wondering, how does it taste?
The one would try it, the other one would not, to be honest with you. So, no, it just has a good flavor. It's just like a soup, a vegetable soup. So, if for the kids you need to put some noodles in there, put some noodles in there, or put some of those like Banza pasta noodles. So, maybe then it gets a little bit more interesting for the kids.
Okay, I like that. But really, it doesn't take you very long to put that all together.
No. And then I'll just let this simmer for probably about 30 minutes, but because I used a different Dutch oven here. But otherwise, yeah, it shouldn't take very long. And, if you have other types of seasonings, feel free to add those. But like that turmeric, if you haven't tried it yet, it's a very good flavor. I'm just adding the rest of my stuff in here, my salt and pepper. I don't want to have an incomplete meal here. So, but again, and then, before we forget, leafy green vegetables. So if you have kale, like I'm just using whatever I have on hand. I usually have spinach on hand. So at the end of it, I'm going to I'll just do it now. Just put that in there so it'll wilt a little bit. But cabbage, kale, and spinach are great, detoxifying antioxidants. So we're getting lots of good fibers in all of our vegetables to help get rid of all the stuff that we don't need anymore.
Ashley, I love it. We'll get that recipe up on our North Dakota Today Facebook page a little bit later, and great for all of us, even if we don't want to admit it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back visiting with Western State Bank.